Member, Congressman Sablan, for any statement he would like to make.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and welcome to all of our guests this morning. Mr. Chairman, at the onset, I'd like to thank Ms. Bordalio, my colleague, distinguished colleague from Guam, for introducing one of the bills before us, for which I am an original co-sponsor, the Illegal, Unreported, and Unregulated, the IUU Fishing Enforcement Act of 2013. While Ms. Bordalio must ask to be necessarily be on Guam and could not be with us today, I ask unanimous consent to enter for the record her statements on the bill.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. The United States demonstrates strong leadership in fisheries management, both nationally and internationally. Scientifically supported management standards are critical to the sustainability of our fisheries and therefore to the livelihoods of our fishermen. United States fishermen have worked hard to meet the standards set forth in the Magnuson-Stevens Act, and their efforts are paying off as we are seeing critical stocks rebuilt around the country. But despite these efforts, nearly 90% of global marine fish stocks are fully exploited or depleted, largely because of persistent IUU fishing. With an annual global value of as much as $23.5 billion, IUU fishing undermines the United States fisheries management efforts and its fishermen, who are forced to compete for the same fish with people who don't play by the same rules. Unsustainable fishing practices by foreign fishing fleets adversely affect stocks that migrate between the U.S. exclusive economic zone and the high seas. And we will hear from our witnesses today. IUU fishing has been linked to human trafficking and drug running, making it a threat not just to our economy, but to our security as well. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, well, NOAA, and the United States Coast Guard are doing their best to stop this illegal activity, but they can do better with our help. H.R. 69 would provide the additional tools critically needed to help NOAA and the Coast Guard more effectively fight against IUU fishing. This bill would strengthen and improve enforcement authorities and align them under the MSA with more stringent penalties. It would also provide additional authority for the United States to identify and penalize nations that do not comply with the regional fisheries management organizations' recommendations that U.S. fishermen follow. These are just a few of the benefits prescribed in this important legislation we will discuss today. But trying to catch criminals in the act of illegal fishing on the vast ocean is extremely difficult, especially in an area like the Pacific Islands region, which has an EEG larger than the continental United States and Alaska combined. Resource limitations create another obstacle. U.S. underwater fisheries enforcement capacity for Guam and the Northern Marianas currently consists of a single small boat. For those reasons, the unnumbered discussion draft we will take up today that would implement the agreement on port state measures to prevent, deter, and eliminate illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, or PSMA, is an important and necessary complement to H.R. 69. Parties to PMSA are bound to refuse port entry or services, including landing and transshipment of fish, to foreign flag vessels known to have engaged in IUU fishing. If these vessels have nowhere to land their catch, then the catch is worthless, and there will be no incentive to continue fishing. While the United States already follows many of these procedures outlined in the PSMA, U.S. ratification of the agreement will send a strong message to other fishing nations that we are serious about leading the way towards sustainable fisheries management. Finally, I'd also like to voice my support for H.R. 2646, a bill that I know is important to our committee's ranking member, Mr. DeFascio, as well as to my friend, Mr. Hoffman. We will hear more about this legislation from the both of them. And I thank you. I thank each of the witnesses for joining us today and look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, Ambassador, and Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan's stand-in, Mr. Smith. Thank you.